Yeah, so this is a video on dreams and the rabbit hole you go down when you dream. A lot of the time when it comes to dream, because it's free. See, in this society, a lot of things you don't get things for free, but in dreams, you get a sense of freedom as a whole. You're literally a god that can literally shape and reprogram and mold the world that you're in when you dream to whatever you want, which is called lucid dreaming. Now, I'm very inspired by Tiger 123, Hyperborean Knowledge. I really like these guys, so I'm very comes to my video making now, and I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on dreams and just a lot of videos on supposed secret knowledge because the rabbit hole you can go down with dreams gets deep. Not just the rabbit hole when you're reading, but the rabbit hole when you actually sleep and the knowledge that you get when you wake up. It's fun. Or pretty much everything that you either constantly think about during the day, that's going to be in your dreams. The things that irritate you the most, the things that you put so much emotion into are going to be in your dreams. So, for example, the people at your job will be in your dreams. The music you listen to will be in your dreams. The people you're around all the time, whether it's your job or who you hang out with or at school, are usually going to be in your dreams. The thing that you are always desiring in the back of your mind that you yearn for is going to be in your dreams 9 times out of 10. And just the thing you've been thinking about that whole week or the month or the year will be in your dreams. It can be a combination of all of that. A person that you're constantly thinking about all the time, this crush that you might have a dream of her, or you might be gay or him in your dreams all the time because you're always constantly yearning for this person. You want their affection, you want their love, you want to be around them. And that's another thing. I could go down another rabbit hole in another video about being in love, but I'll get with this one, right? So some recent dreams I've had, literally today, there was one where I was flying around in like this giant forest, right? But the forest kind of looks similar to this little grass area by my mom's house where she lives, because she lives in more of like a gated community. I live in an apartment. And it was funny because you could tell it was like inspired by that area, but it was like bigger in my dream. Like in my dream, it was just exaggerated as hell. Like in real life, it's just a small little a sidewalk that you walk on, and there's a couple of trees. But in my dream, it was like giant trees. It looked like a giant forest. It was raining, and I was slightly lucid dreaming where I was changing the weather. I was like, okay, I want it sunny. I want it thundery. I wanted rainy, just rain. I wanted just thunder. I wanted nighttime. Like I was going through, you could tell I was slightly lucid dreaming, which is something that happens a lot in my dreams. Sometimes I extremely lucid dreams. Sometimes my dream is just a dream itself where it goes to scene, like a movie. I can hear the voices, I can see the people, it's in 4K. The biggest reason why this might be happening is because I do watch a lot of sci-fi movies and movies that are on Blu-ray, so that might be the case of where that's coming from. Matter of fact, it's like a 99% chance. I also analyze dreams a lot and have a lot of very weird, kind of complex but confusing type of dreams. That was one of them that I had today. Another one was basically like I had this dream where it had all the characters from Yu Yu Hakusho. It had the main character from Flames of Recca, and it had like Marvel heroes in it. And it was like this weird like amalgamation of them all being in the same show, but it felt like an abridged series where it was like somebody was talking for the characters. It was like the weirdest thing, but I had that dream earlier. And I was thinking about making a video on it and acting like it was really a series back in the day or something, kind of making it like a funny kind of parody thing. But being honest, I don't be wanting to do too much editing when I make videos. I kind of just want to just, streamline it and just do it. Just do a video, boom, you're done. There was a YouTuber I used to watch all the time. He had like 3,000, 4,000 videos. He's still up, but his channel gets kind of, it has a lot of copy strikes on it. It never gets taken down though. But he used to do videos on literally everything. He would do videos on a whole bunch of different anime shows that he watched. That was like his main thing that he talked about. The main topics in a lot of his videos were him talking about different anime series and how what is the appeal of anime, how anime affected his life, his favorite top 300 anime. Like he would do like 2-hour videos on that and stuff like that. I don't know how he had that much space on his phone, because he explained in one of the videos that he just used his phone. And then a lot of the time he would go 30 minutes in, and if it's 30 minutes long, then he runs out of space on his phone. So usually when it gets to like 25 minutes, he'll like stop and then like finish the one video and then go to the next video. You know, but I think he also used normal cameras as well sometimes, because you can kind of tell by just like how it looks that it's like he must be using like normal cameras, but he mostly used his phone. But it confuses you because you're like, okay, but how did he do those two-hour videos? But then he had like an editor in the background who used to do a lot of his stuff for him. But I really enjoyed his channel because he just talked about whatever he wanted to talk about. He would talk about his childhood. He would talk about anime. He would talk about moving. He would talk about his friends. He would talk about the editing in his videos. Like he would do like Inception videos where it's literally like he'll do a video, then tell you how he made that video, then tell you how he made that video for that video. It was just like the funnest channel to watch because he pretty much talked about every possible thing that you can think of, which made it really, really fun to watch, you know. But that's just like, you know, that channel is like one of my favorites. Just like Schizo Dumps, my videos are just going to be very schizo and going to be just the things I like to talk about. It's funny, there's a book I read, since we're talking about dreams, called A Field Guide of Lucid Dreaming. I have it sitting right here. I always have my books kind of laid out on my couch just to read them. And it's funny because, of course, like the first couple of chapters, there's like a guy. He's one of the authors of the book. It's written by, let me see, hold on. Let me look real quick. It's written by 3 people. And one of the authors, he made me laugh because literally he was lucid dreaming and all he was doing is just getting freaky with women. And it just made me laugh because I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. Because honestly, it's like there's so much deepness you can go into when it comes to dreams. It's actually kind of wild. All my videos are going to be probably about 8 minutes so I can have enough space to make a bunch of videos. But it's really funny because, of course, that's one thing you're going to do. Like when you first start lucid dreaming, you're going to do something wild like that. You're either going to do that or you're going to lucid dream and have a relationship in your dreams. Or you might even have a whole life. Like if you guys have heard the lamp theory, where it's like the guy, he had met a wife in college, boom, boom, boom. They liked each other. They had kids. He saw this weird, strange lamp in his room, and the lamp kept changing every time he looked at it, and it was kind of blurry. And then he ends up waking up on a football field, and it turns out that whole family that he had never existed. I've had dreams like that so many times. I could give y'all so many videos on that. But this is just more of like a reintroduction to my channel because I didn't made so many videos, but they never really get any views or whatever. So it is what it is. But this is the first one, you know, Rabbit Hole of Dreams. I'm going to do like 1,000 of these because I could talk about dreams all day. Peace and blessings.